Welcome to the channel and the big build. Now we're cladding our gables. We're also cladding all of the dormers. We've got 3 dormers to clad and we're just going through the gables. And if you've seen any of my earlier videos on cladding and how I do it, I like to cut all my cladding downstairs, even with the angles, to the right lengths. It's a simple matter of working out how short each course gets. So regardless of the pitch, you can easily do that once you've worked the first angle out and you know what your lap is, 150 millimeters in this case. Then you can mark what you call the going, and that is exactly how short they get, which means you can cut your lengths downstairs, the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. No measuring. Once you've measured the first one, and then you can sail them all through. So the dormers have a gable which needs cladding and 2 side cheeks that need cladding as well. So the way we'll do this is we'll lay a special roof ladder here to actually work on there, and then we'll form a configuration of some staging to get the little gables. Now, what I want to do again is cut every single thing on the ground and actually put them up in whole pieces. Now I'm going to actually make the side cheeks as a complete cheek with all the cladding on. So I bring them up and I attach the full cheek straight the way on. Then I've got a cover timber that goes down the front, and then we can put the gable cladding over the top. Again, it's only the first course that I need to scribe, and the second course and the next ones I can just cut as a set and put them all up in one go. We've got 3 dormers to do, and by doing this, the cheeks are all exactly the same. I can make 3 left cheeks, 3 right cheeks, cut the 3 gables together, and that makes the job so much quicker than actually trying to do it bit by bit. So to give you an example of what I'm talking about, all of these sections here are for the gable that I just was talking about, and these are already cut to size. I know exactly how short each one gets, and now it's just a matter of me putting them up nice and level, and it's such a simple, straightforward, accurate and perfect job. So the idea of trying to do as much of our work on the ground as possible, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. So this simple frame represents one of the sides of the dormers. It will come down to where the soakers are, and these are the flashings, individual flashings between the tile courses that create the gutter on an internal corner. And then what we've got is our cladding, and obviously our cladding follows the rake of the roof, hides the soakers and creates a really nice finish. And then over the front of our dormers we have a painted board, which is basically this painted, which covers everything up, makes it look super solid like a nice timber post. And what we have to do is create this 6 times, 3 lefts, 3 rights. We're actually going to reduce our batten down to around about half this thickness because it's more like a lathe. Basically it'll hold everything together. We'll put the screws in to hold all the cladding on, and we won't penetrate through there. Then we'll take it up and then we'll fix the whole thing back. Now by the time our screws are screwed through, these are a special cladding screw which will hold the cladding without splitting it. You can nail this stuff, but if you've had any experience of feather edge boards, the idea is the screw never touches the board underneath. It's here, allows for shrinkage. If you're using hammers and you've got to knock them home hard, you can sometimes crack the cladding as you sort of nailing it up. So we don't want to do that, especially when we're starting from a very small piece of cladding here. So that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to get on, make all these components, pop them out here on the boards. We'll have all the claddings cut. It's going to take us no time at all. Put them together, and then we're going to whiz them up.
So the very next job for both of us was to basically cut all the components. So we're doing 3 lefts and 3 rights. My frames that I'm actually cutting up here, the battens, are all exactly the same size. So the top measurement, the slope and the front measurement are all exactly the same size. Ed then starts cutting out the cladding. I've told him how long they need to be, so he's cutting effectively 6 pieces of each size, because there's 3 for the left, 3 for the right, and then we just got to put them together.
So here's one side. We're going to do this, we're going to repeat this process, but before I take it up and fix it in, I'm just going to blow it off, clean all this dust off. And one of the most important jobs, especially where you've got a dormer, is just obviously coating in the ends that you've cut. I think it's just a worthwhile thing. The water shouldn't really get in contact unless it's really quite stormy. But let's dab that in, get all that coated back up, and you know yourself, it's not likely to rot. And there we have a lovely old job, I reckon. It's just a matter of now fixing it up by carrying the screws on. And it's a great job that we've done here on the ground, where it's nice and safe. And all we have to do is lift it up. It's not heavy, it's less than the length of cladding, I would say, by the time you cut them all into pieces. The cladding's 5.4 meters long in our case. And well, this doesn't add up to 5.5 meters, so that's perfect, I would say.